figure out a way to move this without dropping bodies.
What is wrong with this family?
You think you're better than me? You're a thug, just like me.
He made sure his ass on that bus tonight.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love Your Honor, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like the video and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today we'll be talking about Your Honor Season 2, Episode 6. This is the recap. Now I'm going to try my best to focus on all the key points in this episode. If I miss anything, you guys let me know down below. And I'm going to try to get these recaps for you guys between Friday and Sunday. If you follow my channel, you already know it's a lot of new shows starting. So, of course, it's going to take a little bit more time to get this, content out to you guys. But I will try to get them out between Friday and Sunday. Now, the title of the episode is called Part 16. In the description of the episode reads, Michael and Elizabeth pursue a lead in Robin's murder case. The Baxters make arrangements to silence Eugene. Pushed by Gina and Carmine, Jimmy enters into a dangerous alliance. A tragic overdose causes a major rift with the trusted lieutenants of Big Mo. So those are the key elements of this episode. And to be honest, this is probably one of the best episodes of the season. A lot was revealed. Of course, we learned a lot about your girl Robin and what she was doing. And we learned that law enforcement most likely has something to do with her death. Flat out crazy, all the different secrets that are being revealed. And it's more to come. Y'all know it's more to come. What do y'all think about your boy Eugene? If y'all was in Eugene's shoes where pretty much your whole family has been taken out by the Baxter family, what would you have done to Carlo? I mean, he had the opportunity to go ahead and get him up out of here, but he said, nah, I'm good. I'm going to go back to Houston. I'm going to just let the gun sit right here with my fingerprints on it and leave. And then he ended up getting popped by the end of the episode by Rudy. So, man, it seems like even though Eugene tried to do the right thing, he ended up getting got. Now, season 1 was already enough seeing his whole family be wiped out for something that they did not do. So for Eugene to get popped by Rudy, I'm just thinking like, man, here we go again. You know what I'm saying? Here we go again. So hopefully Eugene is okay. Well, I know he's going to be all right just based off the episode 7 trailer. So it's going to make things even more interesting. And I want to know how Eugene's going to get out all the mess that he's going to be in. And of course, what about your boy Rudy? Because it seems like he's going to need Charlie's help, but Charlie ain't trying to help him out. But let's hop right into this recap, y'all. We're going to focus on the key points. If I miss anything, y'all can go ahead and let me know down below. The episode starts out with Michael still being questioned by Nancy. She's asking him all these questions about his wife. Did he have anything to do with it? Was he pissed off that she was cheating on him? She knows that he was lying. He was not with Adam at the time that his wife got taken out last season. And she found out who he was with at that particular time, which was the guy she was messing around with, which was Kenneth, right? She even has the pictures. Michael understands that, yes, he was there and he did lie, but he also understands that he did not, take his wife out. And they don't have enough evidence to pin anything on him, so they end up letting him go. And we know he has a conversation with Elizabeth. He does tell her why he was brought in. They think he has something to do with it. They wanted to question him, but they don't have enough. And they talked to the guy that was messing around with her daughter. So, of course, she wants to go have a conversation with this guy to try to get more answers from him. Now, let's get to dummy number 1, Big Mo. She decides to use the fentanyl-laced product and still sell it. She wants her boys to chop it up or whatever and sell it in a different area. That way, it does not trace back to them. She needs the money. She believes this is going to be a good idea, and hopefully no bodies get dropped off like we saw at the very beginning of the season. And she wants them to take Eugene back to Houston, get him back to the bus station, get him up out of here, which we know was an epic fail. Then we get to Kenneth, the guy that was clapping Robin's cheeks. And this guy, he worked with Robin as far as covering stories. He was a journalist just like her. And they was putting some things together that all these different gang hits, they wasn't necessarily gang hits. They was entirely too clean. They believe law enforcement had something to do with it. And they was getting real close to figuring it out and proving what they believed was true. They got in contact with a witness named KJ. Now, KJ was supposed to be talking to them, but apparently he stopped talking to them. And Robin, she decided to follow up on him. And that's why she ended up getting popped, right? But after all that happened, Kenneth was like, screw all that. I'm done with it. I don't want to say anything about it. So of course, when he was brought in, he never mentioned anything about the story, the detectives, anybody involved in it, because he didn't know who to trust, right? So it makes perfect sense on why he's not even talking about it to law enforcement. And I was wondering why Michael decided it was smart to tell Nancy that it's somebody in the department or whatever. It's one of them. Like, I understand he wants to figure out who did this, but I would have never went to her that fast. But Michael did. I guess he believes that's the best thing to do as of right now. But I found it funny that when Michael told Kenneth that Robin was on the phone with somebody the night that, of course, she was taken out, he told her he didn't talk to her that night. And we know later on in the episode, we find out that KJ did not talk to her either. So whoever she was on the phone with had to be somebody that was connected to all of this, which I believe will be revealed by the end of the season. Now, Carlo wants to be a part of this meeting. Jimmy's about to have a meeting with Carmine and a guy named Sal Calabri, and they want to invest in Jimmy Baxter. We know he has the new property or whatever, and he needs some investors, right? The sad part about all of this is they want him to open up his ports because they want to do some illegal activity. They want to bring all their illegal drugs and all that stuff in, and they want Jimmy Baxter to pretty much just open up those ports. But Jimmy, he's like, hell nah, he's not trying to open up no ports. He ain't trying to do no illegal activity. I told y'all, Jimmy's like an old school gangster. He ain't trying to be on none of that stuff no more. He is trying to live the legit life. But Carmine Conti tells him, like, look, the only reason you're in this position right now is because of what I did in the past, because of my family's name. And now you're sitting back trying to act like you're not a thug. You are. You know what I'm saying? So just go ahead and make this deal. You need the money anyway. So Carmine is trying to bring out that old Jimmy Baxter. He wants him to step up and be the thug that he really wants him to be. But Jimmy is still kind of hesitant. He does not want to do what Carmine wants him to do at all. Now, we get to dummy number 2. I'm sorry, Fia, but this is just flat out stupid. You know what I'm saying? Fia decides it's a great idea to let Carlo watch her son while she goes with her mom, to figure out what they're going to do with the whole baptism and stuff like that. And you decide to let Carlo watch your son. Think about that for a second. We're talking about Carlo, right? Think about that for a second. Go back to season 1. What did Fia tell Adam? She said the wrong brother died. Remember that? She didn't give a damn about Carlo. Now, all of a sudden, she's like, look, you needs to be the godfather, and I want you to watch him. Carlo ain't thinking about your son. He thinking about clapping somebody's cheeks, the girl downstairs at the desk. That's who he wants to hook up with. Your son is the last thing that he's thinking about. Now, we get back to the boys. They're hooking up the product, and as we can see, they're putting the product in these brown balloons. I really didn't think nothing about it until we saw Chris's little brother come there. And I'm thinking like, man, they ain't just gonna throw this kid in this storyline for no reason. He pops up on his lunch break. Chris tells him, no, you cannot stay here. You gotta leave. And we find out later on in the episode, well, at the end of the episode, that his brother ended up dying because of what? He took the drugs, y'all. And this product should have just been gone, plain and simple. They should not have been messing around with it. These are the consequences. So they're gonna be pissed off at Big Mo. Now Joey is back. And he was trying to buy some product. Of course, he didn't get to. He's looking through the window of the Desire Cruise spot. And then he sees the one and only Eugene. So now he knows Eugene is alive. And he cannot wait to go back and tell Carlo. He's trying to repair the relationship that they had in season 1. And hopefully probably get high again. Now, we get to your girl, Gina Baxter. Her and Fia, they go to Father Jay. They want to get more intel on what's going to be going on. She wants to make Fia feel comfortable. Father Jay has a one-on-one conversation with Fia. And man, I don't know about y'all, but I felt some chemistry in the air. You know what I'm saying? I feel like your boy Father Jay, he won't Fia. And he wasn't as strict as Fia probably thought he was going to be. She probably was thinking like, man, he's kind of cool or whatever. I didn't think he was going to be like that. Y'all let me know what y'all think is going to happen within that whole storyline. Now we get to dummy number 3. Carlo Baxter. You mean to sit up here and tell me you could have clapped cheeks and had a good old time? But no, you decide to go downstairs, take a call from Joey, get into it with him. We know Joey ended up telling him about Eugene and his location, but still, you left your nephew with a stranger. Like, really? Like, are you crazy? And you decided to just leave? It makes no sense to me, man. And this is who Fia believed could be godfather, y'all, of her son. But he decides to leave with Joey to go find Eugene. That way, he can finally try to take him out for good. Now we get to KJ. They finally meet up with the witness. And at first, he wasn't really trying to tell him anything. But y'all know, with Elizabeth there and your boy Michael, they get him to end up talking about the details. And he does tell them that, yes, Robin was right, that law enforcement is making these hits and it's some corruption within the force. And he was working with the officer. And I guess the guy's name was Walter Beckwith or whatever. And he was working with this guy. He was giving him information for drugs. And then eventually he told him he wanted to get out. He didn't feel like that's what he really wanted to do. He wanted to be clean. And he was supposed to have a conversation with Robin about all the details, but he was going to do it once he was out. He got cold feet and Robin said, you know what? I got to go find him. I got to go talk to him. And she went to go talk to him at the store and she ended up getting taken out. But the guy that took her out, he had, of course, gloves and all that stuff on, face was covered. But KJ said he believed it was, this Detective Walter Beckman guy, right? Which it could be him. I'm thinking Rudy could be a part of all this as well. It's, it is some dirtiness going on with the law enforcement, but no one can really be trusted, right? And Michael was like, man, she didn't call you? Like, Robin didn't call you that night? She just showed up. And he said, yeah, she just showed up because if she was to call him, he would have left. He didn't want to do the interview, right? So as I told you guys earlier, whoever Robin was having this conversation with definitely has a connection to why she ended up being taken out. And usually when you see storylines like this, a lot of the times it's somebody that was real close to the family. I just got that funny feeling it ain't just law enforcement. Somebody was feeding them information. I don't know who it is. I did see some of you guys mention that y'all will not be surprised if Charlie was involved somehow, some way. We're going to see how they're going to write it out. But man, with the things that's going on right now, Michael can't trust nobody. This is why I said I don't even know why he contacted Nancy that quick, because you don't really know who to trust. You don't know who's working with who. But we know Nancy, she's been working on this for 2 years and she just got the information about Kenneth. So if she was a part of it, she wouldn't even be trying to figure out who did this, right? At least that's what I would think. So I believe Michael probably saw that and was like, man, she has nothing to do with it, because she wouldn't even be trying to solve this case at all. So she could be clueless. And if that's the case, that means it is somebody else within the department that is moving very dirty, y'all. And besides this whole Walter Beckwith guy, I believe it's somebody on the outside that's giving them information. The question is, who is this person? I cannot wait to find out exactly who it is. Now, Eugene is finally on his way to going back to Houston. And we know that Carlo and Joey, they were following him. And Joey's high as a kite. So all of a sudden, boom, we get a crash. It's a big crash scene. And then we see Eugene, he's getting out the car. We see Carlo, he's stuck. He can't get out. Eugene, he sees the strap on the ground and he sees Carlo. And he's like, man, you took out my brother. Your pops, he set my whole house on fire, took out my family. He wants to take him out. And he's pissed off that Carlo wants to, take him out. Especially since Kofi didn't do anything to Rocco. He didn't do it. So all of this stuff that the Baxter family did to them was for nothing. But Eugene decides to just let it go. He puts the gun down and he lets Carlo live, and he just tries to get up out of there. I know that had to take a lot of strength from Eugene, because this is a kid that pretty much has nothing to lose. And he decided to let this dude breathe. Oh, nah. He better than me, and I'm pretty sure he's better than a lot of us, because most people would have gone ahead and got Carlo out of here. Then we get to Fia and Gina. They go back to the hotel. Carlo is not there at all. The baby's crying. They want to know where he went. Of course, Angela, she's there. She's confused. She don't even know. She's like, he just left. Then we get to your boy Rudy. He goes to the crash scene and he sees, Eugene's book with all the information as far as what happened in season 1. I told y'all, these little pictures that he's been drawing, flats out tells everybody exactly who it is, and he's just telling on himself. Completely stupid. And even though Russell tells Rudy that no one was with him, he knows he's lying, because he saw, the drawings, and of course he saw that book bag that was in the car. Now, Michael finally tells Elizabeth that Adam had a kid and she's a great grandmother. She's crying, it's very emotional. And your girl Elizabeth, man, she stuck it out this episode as far as finding out the truth. Then we get back to your boy Carlo. He tells them about the crash. He tells them about Eugene. Fia's pissed off. She's tired of the family. Carlo didn't tell them that Eugene let him breathe and let him live. He lies and acts like he was trying to get Eugene or whatever, and Eugene was trying to take him out. But dude, Eugene let you go. He could have easily ended you just like that. Gina is pissed off. She wants Eugene found tonight. Your boy Jimmy talking about he gonna take care of it. And this pisses her off even more because she knows he ain't about to do nothing right. And then Carmine Conti, he used that old man strength on Jimmy. Checked him, told him like, look, you need to stop acting like a punk pretty much and step up. You know what I'm saying? Trying to act like you ain't no gangster, you ain't no thug for real. Stop playing around. And this pisses Jimmy off. This hit his emotions. I mean, I know your boy Carmine Conti got you hemmed up, but one body shot, that boy dropping. But we know he got that respect for him. He ain't gonna do that to him. Instead, he uses all his frustration and he takes it out on Frankie because Frankie says, look, I agree with Gina. We need to find Eugene. He got pissed off, man. He beat your boy Frankie down. And maybe we get the old Jimmy Baxter back. We shall see. Now, Big Mo finds out what happened to Chris's brother. He tells her that he took the balloon. So now she understands that that idea about keeping those drugs around was flat out stupid. Now, Michael calls Nancy and he tells her it's a reason why she could never figure out, what happened to Robin. And he says that that's because somebody that's on your side is up to it. They did it. And the look on Nancy's face, she was pissed off. Like, really? Like, she was shocked that, what he's telling her is true. And she wants Michael to come in and talk. If I'm Michael, I'm not trusting anybody, but it's understandable why he's doing what he has to do. He wants to find out who really did this. Eugene, on his way back to Houston, is about to get on the bus, but before he can get his Spike Lee on, Rudy pops up out of nowhere and pops him, drops him straight off. Eugene ain't looking too good, but we know he will survive. Just based off that episode 7 trailer, we know he's going to be recovering, and Rudy is going to need help from Charlie, but it seems like Charlie ain't really trying to help, so I can't wait to see what's going to happen next, man. This show is getting better and better. It's more secrets out there and lies. As I told you guys earlier, I got a feeling whoever is helping out law enforcement, because it's got to be somebody else on the outside, in my opinion. I believe that person is very close to Michael and his family. And Michael needs to find out who Robin was having a conversation with the night that she ended up leaving and getting taken out. You guys, y'all let me know down below who y'all think it is, how y'all think it's going to play out. We will be talking more about Your Honor Season 2 very soon. I cannot wait to see the outcome. But I want to thank you guys for all the love, all the support, and I will catch y'all on the next one. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.